Hey guys, it's Byron back with your Wholesale 9 to 5 show. Um, and in this show, we're going to talk about how to get the buyer under contract with the assignment fee. I'm going to go through and show you how to fill out an assignment fee. Going to put the PDF to the assignment fee in the description below so you can go check that out. But I did a video yesterday, which you can go check that out on my YouTube page about how you can get the seller under contract with a purchase and sales agreement that I use to close many deals. And I got that PDF in that video. You can go check that out. And now we're going to talk about how to get the buyer under contract with the assignment fee and some things you could do to help you avoid any issues when it comes to buyers. So first of all, we're going to talk about what is an assignment fee. So an assignment fee is where you have gotten the seller under contract and now you want to assign your position in the contract to someone else, right? For a fee. You are assigning your position in the contract for a fee. So it's an assignment fee. And buyers are willing to pay this assignment fee because they feel like you're bringing them the property at such a discount that they can also include your fee within the purchase, right? And when an assignment fee, the beauty of an assignment fee is you don't have to pay any fees. You're basically taken out of the closing. You don't pay no fees for closing. You don't show up to closing. None of that. You just take the fee and go on, right? But most of the time, that fee is going to come out at closing, right? That fee is going to come out at closing. So we're going to jump right in here, and I'm going to share my screen. Let's see where I'm at. If you got questions anytime while we're doing this, just go ahead and throw your questions out there, and we'll get them answered, man. So let's see. Windows. Bam. All right. So here's the assignment fee contract that I use when I'm closing deals. Yo, what's going on, eh? And as you can see at the top, is this scheduled for a show every day? Yeah, man. Every day. We hitting this show every day, dude. I'm going to show y'all how we wholesale and show you real life stuff, like actual stuff, not just get on here and just be talking and not have stuff for you and stuff like that. I'll try to always include like a free PDF or something in the description below and let y'all ask questions, and I'll try my best to answer any questions that y'all have. So that's what we're gonna try to do. We see how long we can run it, man. Eastern Standard Time. I haven't got a specific time because like I'm home now, so I'm with my family, I'm with my kids and stuff. So it's like I have to put them to bed. I have to kind of work a little bit on their schedule. But it's 2 o'clock today. It's usually sometime between 11 and 2 right now. I'm gonna settle down on a time here soon, and then we'll roll with it. But anyways, let's jump right into this contract. So the agreement to sign the contract for purchase and sale. So in this assignment contract, like I said, you are assigning your position in the original agreement, right? The original agreement is most time referenced as the A to B, right? The A to B contract. The A to B contract is the purchase sales agreement between you and the seller, right? That's the A to B contract. So you see it starts out, this agreement is made between a signer, right? Which is you. You are the assigner. You are assigning your position in the A to B to the buyer. So you will put your name there or your LLC or whatever. And the signee, which would be the buyer or the buyer's LLC, right? You need to make sure you got the correct name there. Regarding the purchase of the reference subject property below, which you put the property address right here, right? Legal description. Sometimes you can put NA. You go to the county website for these properties. You go to the county website. It has a legal description. You can put that right there. That's exactly what I did when I got started. Whereas buyer, this is where now right here they begin to talk about the actual purchase and sales agreement, right? So whereas buyer, which is you are the buyer in the A to B contract and the original purchase sales agreement, wherein the buyer, you, has entered into a purchase sales agreement with the seller, right? And that's where you put the seller name for the purchase of subject property. You already entered an agreement with them, right? Whereas the buyer wished to assign its rights. So now you're assigning your rights, your interests, your obligations to the purchase sales agreement. And, see your obligations. You are no longer obligated to purchase this property, right? You no longer will have the rights to purchase that property either, right? You're giving that up. You're assigning it to somebody else. It is hereby agreed between assigner and assignee as follows. The buyer, which is you, in the purchase sales agreement, or the assigner hereby assigns all rights, excluding all earnest money deposits, to said contract for sale and purchase to. You're assigning it to your buyer, right? You put your buyer name right there. In exchange for compensation, the amount of, and that's how much money you're gonna make right there, right? Whether it's $5,000, $1,000, $50,000, and then you put that amount right there. Bam. So buyer / assigner will collect a non-refundable deposit. A lot of times you want to collect 20%, right? Or make them send it to the attorney's office, right? With the balance of, so you make them put down 1,000, and your fee is 5,000. You make them put down 1,000. The remaining balance is going to be 4,000, right? Make them send it to the attorney's office. Assignee accepts all terms. It's just saying that he accepts all terms between the buyer and the seller that's within the original agreement. He acknowledges receipt and liability that goes along with it, and any addendum that was made. The additional terms and conditions of assignments are as follows. The assignment contract is non-assignable, right? It cannot assign the assignment, right? So the seller sells the property as is, as is, paying no fees on all that stuff. That's what this goes through, and say that the assignee acknowledges that, right? The assigner, the seller, does not do not warrant any property meeting at any city, county, state, federal code, all that different stuff. The assignee assumes all responsibility, right? So the seller, so in this, the seller is talking about the seller in the original purchase sales agreement. The assigner, right? You are the assigner, in this case, and then the assignee, like I said, is the buyer. The assignee is assuming all responsibility, right? And then, so where do you sign? You're gonna sign right here with the assigner, and then you send it to your buyer, the assignee, right? So bam, that's how you do it, man. You fill out this assignment contract. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And like I said, I'll include it in the description below. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here with you guys and answer any questions that y'all have in regards to the assignment contract. Someone said, got you. I got my live alert. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the live alert, man. So someone says, so you don't use the same contract. No, you don't use the same contract for the seller and the buyer if you're doing an assignment. If you use the same contract with the seller and the buyer, then you're doing a double closing. The thing about double closing is you are going to have to pay closing costs. When you do the assignment, you don't pay closing costs, right? So with the assignment, there's no closing costs. You just get your fee and then it's over with. So that's the beauty of doing the assignment fee. So is there a limit? No, there's no limit on the assignment fee, man. You can the thing is, a lot of people say the rule of thumb is like if it goes over 10K, then you probably need to double close it. Some people say 10, some people say 15, some people say 20. You know, if it go over a certain amount, you need to go ahead and double close it, right? If it's below a certain amount, you can assign it. Cause like, you know, somebody look over there and they see $20,000 went to somebody else. It's like, you know, people start, you know, wondering about that. People start asking questions. I remember on my first deal, the person who was buying the property was asking like, how much did you get this for? And they knew that I was making 30K, and they was like, can you come down? Da, da, da. I'm like, dude, no. I got other people that's looking to buy this property for more than what you buying it for. So you better take it and go on. So yeah, man, it was crazy. But people are trying to dip into your business, man. That's why, to be honest with you, you know, I'd rather double close when that's something that seems very possible. When it's a slimmer deal, I go ahead and assign it. I don't mind doing assignments. If it's a bigger deal, and especially if the seller's been tripping, I'm gonna go ahead and double close and get out of there easy. Don't even have to worry about, you know, anybody messing around and stuff like that. So yeah, man, that's the assignment fee. That's how I do it. And that's the same assignment fee I've been using since the beginning. So um like I said, I'll put that in the description below. So if you guys want to go and use that assignment fee or anything like that, you're gonna be able to use it. And shoot, that's all I had to show for y'all today, man. If you have questions, make sure you leave it in the description below. Other than that, I'm finna go ahead and get out of here, man. Make sure you share, like the video, all the other good stuff. But other than that, peace out.
Yes, this is pressing with open resi. I was trying to reach a